Hello, all. I pulled some cards. Since it's been such a heavy week and the vibes have been so heavy after we lost Nipsey, and I think just we're all kind of in mourning, and I think just like the energy in general. I know the new moon has shifted a lot. So I wanted to do a reading that is, I kind of channeled some energy on it, and these cards went perfectly with what I was kind of wanting to say, which is, I've been hearing a bunch of stuff lately, just kind of from random people, joking, not joking, I don't know, asking me if I'm such a spiritual person, how come I always get in like a fight mode or like a protective mode, and shouldn't you just be cool with everybody? The reality is that a lot of us are indigo warriors. A lot of us are like spiritual warriors. So like, I don't have time or patience for people with entitlement and people who believe that their time or their lives or their experience is more important than mine. None of us are more important than anybody else. And that's the bottom line. So yeah, like, you're going to see me get pissed and you're going to see me say some stuff when I feel like people are disrespecting other people for no reason. And that's something that I've realized is really, really important. I mean, I say it whenever I kind of give a backstory, but my company, I named specifically Urban Mysticism because I believe spirituality should be for everybody. It shouldn't just be for the rich people up on the mountaintop. And it's becoming this really divided world, that the spiritual world, like it's becoming this world where you're seeing people like these hierarchies, like much like the rest of the world, like everything, but you're seeing these people with these ideas that their time or their energy is more important, or that they're at some other level. We all have these gifts. We all have these ideas. It's up to us to tap into, and each one of us have our gifts unfolding in different ways. Each one of us have things. I feel very, very strongly about ancestral lineage and things that are coming through right now, particularly for so many of us. So no one is to say that you're higher than somebody else because maybe your gifts are more evolved or have come into fruition quicker, or like, and even more than that, like just in general, like everyday interactions. Like, my mom's neighborhood is in Culver City. I grew up in Culver City. Pretty much none of my friends, none of us can still afford to be here. I'm only here because I'm thankful because my parents are here. Like, honestly, the entitlement and the privilege and these people and these attitudes that are coming in to neighborhoods, and it's happening all over the world, especially all over the US. I get it, but I can only speak on my environment and what I see happening. And I'm seeing it from, we're seeing it from Inglewood to Culver City to all over, right? Coming in, taking over, just awful attitudes, disrespect. And that's the thing that I have no time for. I'm all about, like, let's love each other and let's be peaceful. But if you're coming in with that kind of attitude, no, man, you're going to be met with something opposite of that. And that's where there's this confusion, I think, when people are feeling like, if you have, if you're a spiritual person, that you have to just be like kumbaya and love everybody and all this, that, and the other. No, man, no, because ultimately the greater picture is that we all share spaces, is that we all are here to bring love and respect to one another. But when you're bringing disrespect and you're coming with that energy, you're going to be met back tenfold. I'm sorry. Like, come correct, or I have no time. And so I pulled these cards. The winds are crazy, so bear with me. Hopefully I have a little microphone. Hopefully it's working. I pulled these cards. New moon, which is interesting. Self-mastery. Influence. And stretch. Like, beyond what you think. I think the self-mastery and the stretching beyond what you see, right? It's all part of this. It's all part of this tapping into something greater than what we can see right now or what we know right now. whatever it is that you're feeling pulled to or drawn to, it's going past that and using that as influence. I mean, that's really, I think what's come up this week very strongly is just use your gifts, use your voice, use your influence. You had a man that was out here doing such great work for the community, such great work for the world, giving. And, you know, that's the legacy that I hope is being left behind. And that's the legacy that I hope that so many others are looking at and they're seeing, that we have to respect one another, man. We can't be here disrespecting one another and acting like one of us is better than the other. We're losing sight of that. There's so many people coming into these communities and taking over our communities, and we're losing sight of what community is. You know, it's like these people come and they build these crazy houses, and, you know, it's like, what, 2 people in one mansion? Like, who needs this? It's like we're losing community. These people don't even have connection with their kids. Like, it's wild. It's wild, and it's a wild energy. And just because you're a spiritual person doesn't mean that this stuff shouldn't piss you off and you shouldn't feel some type of way about it. And it doesn't mean that anything is wrong with feeling some type of way. What it means is, let's channel that, you know, because I find myself on a daily basis having these conversations with other people, either who I grew up with or people in the neighborhood or people just in the grocery store, like every day. People talking about moving out and this, that, whatever. And it's not just in LA. I know that it is happening all over the country right now, very strongly. I talk to people all over. I think the message right now is channel it to be an influence and to help others. You know, even if it's just a simple thing, even if spiritual work is not your path, talk to others, you know, be in a grocery store, make conversation. We're also cut off and because we've all been so badly hurt and so much awful stuff has happened in the last few years that it's like everybody has a wall up, and it is just continuing that disconnect, and it's continuing that disassociation from one another, and our healing abilities, they need to be engaged. We need to have interaction with one another, physical interaction with one another. And the more we're like this on the screen, you know, I'm making a video for the screen, but I hope that it's coming as a tool to assist you to be out there in the world. I try to balance my life. I try not to always just stay on this. I try to kind of be in the world, not of it, back and forth and all that, because you can't just be doing videos on videos all the time. You have to also engage, because human contact and human kindness is not where it should be. And I don't believe this bleak idea that it's the end of the world. I think we'll get back to that place. But I think that we just need to come together in our communities with one another. And I really believe it will keep our gifts going, and it'll keep fueling that. That's what this time is right now. We're in this new moon. We're in this time of creativity and tapping into what it is that we have to offer the world, what is we have to offer each other. So, you know, today, tomorrow, whenever, just do a kindness, you know, open a door for somebody, go out there, you'll feel it come back. And I really do believe that. I believe that we're going to be okay. We just have to remember that it's not just us. It's not just us single on our own. That we have to rely on one another. We have to lean on one another, and we have to share that love and the gifts and the things that we have to give. I know I have rambled. I'm looking at the time as 9 minutes. So I don't know if maybe I lost anybody, but if you're still here, you're still listening, thank you. And I hope that the video has resonated, and I hope that the messages resonate. And I'm sending you so much love. And reach out to me if you want to rap about it, or you want to, you know more or hear more, or I don't know, share your experience. I'm always open to that. So sending you all much love.